After we've entered our customers, the next step in initializing the new system is entering our products. Like the customers, entering products consists of several steps. First, we define departments and types, both of which are similar to the customer type. We define pick groups, which are used to arrange your products so that they can be found more quickly and in a more useful fashion by your sales crew. And finally, defining the products themselves. If we look at a definition of the products, again, product departments and types work the same as customer types in that you can filter some of your sales and product activity reports so that you see information pertaining to specific departments, product types, or combinations. Each of these consists of a code and a description for the department and for the product type. We can print a report showing those pieces of information, and we can add, modify, and delete. We also have the pick list and the ability to page up and page down through the different options. And of course we can delete entries that we no longer need or that have been created in error. Department types, product types work the same way. Again, we have a code and a description, so they're very similar. Finally, the pick list groups. Using the pick list groups function, you can arrange your products so that similar products are presented together to the customer. A basic definition, when you view the groups, you can sort them by the group ID or by the description. When you define the pick list groups, you again have a group ID and a description, and then you have some information because these are also used with our internet software, with our integrated web server that's available that allows you to specify a page that you want it to appear in. Selecting POS Enable will cause this pick list group to appear in the customer orders when placing orders through the Business Plus Accounting software, and selecting Web Enable will cause it to appear in the search by pick group options that you can turn on for your website, and then the picture URL would represent that group. Each product can be assigned to 3 different groups. And then at the point of sale, if you're using the pick list groups, you could, for example, say I want to see all of the shirts, and you can see all of the shirts come up. You might also have pick list groups for the manufacturers, in which case you could see you could see the same product come up in a group for its manufacturer or a group for the shirts. You can print the listing of your pick list groups. And for the internet, you can create subgroups. Once you've defined product departments, product types, and pick groups, it's time to actually define the products. Again, the product information screen contains a lot of information about the product. You have your pick form, which allows you to pick a specific product that you want to define. You have your next, top, bottom, previous, so that you can navigate through the records. And we're just going to look at this product number 001. And you have the add, modify, and delete functionality. Let's go into add mode briefly. You'll see that again you have to assign your own product IDs. Again, whatever meaningful type of product IDs you have, you can put in there. It is an alphanumeric field, meaning you can put numbers or letters in. You can enter the UPC code if your product is already barcoded with a UPC code and you'd like to be able to use that code, for example, to scan in products at the point of sale. Then you could put the UPC code in here. In fact, you could scan it right off of the product at that point in time if you have a barcode scanner attached to your system. Each product can have 3 lines of description. Which you can use in whatever fashion is appropriate. Again, you can assign both departments and product types. You can assign a unit of measure for each product, which will print on the invoices and some of the other reports. You can put in a default weight in pounds for that product, which will then be used to determine the total weight of the order to assist in calculating shipping costs. When you're defining a new product, you can enter the current quantity that you have on hand, your starting quantity. Once the product has been defined, changes to the on-hand quantity will be done through the inventory module, and this field will no longer be accessible to make a change. We'll start with 5 of these. The software also supports automatic reorders based on the order level and the maximum level fields. If, for example, anytime I drop below 2 of this item in stock, I want to reorder up to 10, that would be my maximum level. With an order level of 2 and a maximum level of 10, when I process my automatic vendor orders, if I had 2 of these items in inventory, an order for 8 items would automatically be created because it will build to the maximum level, which we've defined here as 10. Next, the Reorder Vendor. You can store up to 3 vendors that you order this product from. The first vendor that is listed is the one that by default it will create the order for. Let's go ahead and pick a vendor and put a vendor in there. So automatic reorders for this product will always occur through vendor number 1. I can keep track of other vendors that have this product available, however, in the other reorder vendor fields. The software allows you to define items that you sell as either products or services. The primary difference is that a product has a cost associated with it and an inventory record associated with it, whereas a service has neither of those. We also have a default cost for our product. This would be the cost that you typically buy this product from your vendor. If you use the vendor orders and product receiving modules to keep your inventory up to date and to receive your product, then you'll always have in the inventory record the actual cost that you paid for an item. So if you got it on sale or had to pay extra, the actual cost will be stored and will be used in the customer orders module to calculate your profitability and to post your cost of goods sold. If you do not have inventory available at the time that the product is sold, then this default cost value will be used. Next, we see the 5 price levels that are available. And if you want to assign price level 1 as all of your retail customers and price level 2 as all of your wholesale customers, or however you want to do it, the software will always look in the appropriate price level for a product to find the price when you enter that product in the sales screen. And so we have 5 price levels. You can specify whether or not the product is taxable, and then you can start assigning pick groups. Again, we have the pick list by pressing F8, which allows us to pull up the list of the pick list groups that are defined. We could assign this product to both shirt and stuff if we wanted to. If you want to override the default commissions that are assigned for a salesperson and pay a commission specific to the product that's being sold, to the profit margin of the product, then you can enter here the percent GPM that you want to pay for your commission on this product. The lead time would indicate how long it takes you to get this item in from your vendor and is used in some of the reporting. And the shelf life indicates how long you want to keep this product on your shelf. This could be because it physically goes bad, could be because you don't want to have your money tied up in that inventory, or for whatever reason. The shelf life report will then show you items that have been on the shelf longer than you specified you want them to. The software does have a standard account, a standard general ledger account, where sales are posted and where cost of goods are posted. If you want to override either of these values and have these products and have a product post into a different set of accounts, then you can put those accounts in those fields. The software will automatically support barcode printing to cognitive barcode printers. If you want to have this product be one of the products that gets labels printed for it, you can select yes here, and then there are some barcode printing options that will print barcodes, as well as at product receiving it will offer to print barcodes for the products that you've indicated need barcodes. Our inventory system also allows you to keep track of the location of the items that you're storing in inventory. The default location here would be the default place that you want to store that product, and is the default value that will come up as the location to store it in when you do product receiving. On the second page, we have some volume quantity pricing. The volume quantity pricing will come up as an option if you define volume quantity pricing. For example, if a customer buys 10 of these, instead of charging him $10, I want to charge 9, and so on and so forth. At the time that the product is entered into a sale, into a customer order, we'll look at the quantity, see if there's volume quantity pricing that applies, and prompt and ask you if you want to use that pricing or whatever other pricing methodology has been used by the software. So we have 4 volume price levels. Next would be the conversion information. The conversion information allows you to differentiate between how you order the product from your vendor and how you sell it. The conversion unit of measure would be the unit that you receive this item from your vendor in. For example, we're selling this product in eaches, but we might be purchasing it from our vendor by the case. You can put in his number, which will then appear on the POs that you can call into him or send to him. Actually, the conversion number is the quantity. I'm sorry. The quantity of units in the quantity of your units in his unit. So in each case, we have 10 eaches, and then the conversion ID number, which would be his product number. We also allow you to have a picture defined for that product. From here, you could key in the name of the file without the .bmp extension. This file needs to be saved in the pictures subdirectory under the BPA directory. Also, you have a product notes field, which allows you to enter whatever miscellaneous information you'd like to regarding that product. Finally, on the last page, if you want to store a redirection URL for our web software that contains more information about this product, you can put that here. It might be a page on the manufacturer's website, or it might be a page on your website that's hosting information about the product. If you want to have a picture, that would appear in the web listing, and if you want the product to appear on the web at all, that would be the web enable field with yes or no. The mall enable and mall group fields will be used at a later point in time for a consolidated web mall. The web shipping per unit and the mall shipping are again for shipping over internet, and the mall options will be used at a later point in time for a web clearinghouse option that you'll have. Once you've finished the definition of your product, you can press F3 to save, or you can press the save button.